pissed off. He didn't like the idea of some elderly white woman scolding him. In the streets, she wouldn't even dare look his way. But in this hospital setting, she was suddenly tough. If there was one thing he hated, it was seeing someone in authority abusing their power. He thought that was such a cowardly act. A real self-respecting person would never stoop so low. "If you can hold your horses long enough, I'll have one of the nurses bring your daughter right here to you," she said. "You know, Rome wasn't built in a day." "Thanks," Ken-Ken replied flatly, not meaning a word of it. Instead of taking a seat and waiting patiently, Ken-Ken began pacing the floor like a madman. In response, the nurse shot a few evil stares his way, but Ken-Ken paid her no mind. To him, this whole day was almost unreal. It was as if he were dreaming. Ken-Ken wanted to hurry up and take his daughter home before something or someone spoiled his dream, before the doctors came up with another reason to keep her. Ken-Ken subscribed to Murphy's Law. Anything that could go wrong would go wrong. After spending the first 2 months of her life in an incubator at the intensive care unit of Bronx, Lebanon Hospital, being closely monitored by doctors and nurses, the child was finally medically cleared to go home. And there wasn't anyone happier than Ken-Ken, her father. Like any concerned parent, he had stood vigil at his child's incubator while she fought valiantly for her life. Ken-Ken's blind faith had been rewarded with the precious gift of life. His daughter had pulled through where so many other premature infants had perished. Destiny was a survivor. As a single parent, Ken-Ken faced some tough obstacles ahead. He was left with the dual task of being both mother and father, a stern disciplinarian, a provider, and a gentle comforter. He had no choice. His wife was dead and gone. This was the challenge life had presented to him. Still, he promised himself long ago he would never do things like beat his child. He would discipline her verbally. Ken-Ken wanted his daughter to respect him, but never to fear him. He wanted her to be able to come to him with any problem she had, because he was all she had. "Mr. Greene?" a nurse called out. "Mr. Greene?" Ken-Ken was momentarily caught off guard, lost in his thoughts. "Yeah, that's me," he replied. "I'm right here." "Sorry to keep you waiting so long, but I had to change her diaper. She made a stink," the nurse explained. "I couldn't have my little snookums running around here stinking, not after all we have been through." The young nurse carefully handed the baby over to her father. Ken-Ken gently cradled the small child in his arms. He moved the blankets ever so gently away from her face so he could take a sneak peek at his child. It was amazing to him how even at this tender age, Destiny had adult-like facial features. To Ken-Ken, it was eerie just how much his daughter looked exactly like a tiny version of Maria. "Thanks, miss," he said. "I didn't catch your name." "Patterson," she replied. "It's Miss Patterson." "Thanks, Miss Patterson. Thank you for everything. Thanks for looking out for my daughter like she was yours. A lot of the things you did for her you didn't have to." "No need to thank me," she said. "Everything I did for your child, I did from the bottom of my heart. I don't seek the praises of man, but thanks just the same. I get my blessings from God. You know, I really grew attached to that daughter of yours, Mr. Greene. I'm going to miss her. I'm going to miss her like crazy. She was the highlight of my day." "Yeah, and she's going to miss you too," Ken-Ken told her. "But don't worry. I'll bring her by from time to time to see you." "Don't say that. I'ma hold you to that too. Don't make me no promise you can't keep," she replied. "Nah, Miss Patterson. I ain't gonna play you like that. I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. I'ma do that for real. Word up." "I'll be looking forward to that too," she told him with a smile. "Now listen, remember, Destiny's a chest child.